What's up, guys? Bob here from the Gamers Haven with top 5 ways to prep for a tournament. So you're traveling to a tournament out of town or even in town, and you want to get prepared for the event. There's a handful of things to make sure you get the most out of the event that will really make the event better for yourself. My biggest thing I like to tell people all the time is to be honest with yourself as to what you're doing going to this event and why. The number one reason people go, they just want to go play games. And that is an absolutely perfect reason to go to an event. You have low expectations, you're going to go play 5 games or however many games it is, have a great time. Perfect. Just make sure you're following all the rules that the TO put down as to what your army's supposed to look like, the preparation you should have. But are you going to try to win Best General? Well, then you probably need to be practicing against some of the toughest players in your community, maybe even proxying in some of the toughest army lists. Are you going to try to win Best Appearance? Okay, well, if you're being honest with yourself, you probably need to be painting every night, or at least a few nights out of the week, months ahead of time, and making sure your army has just got that pop that the judges or the other players are looking for. Do you want to try to win sportsmanship? Well, just break a big bag of candy and say hi to everybody and hand out candy. No, but sportsmanship, obviously go in, don't care about the game, don't care about the dice rolls, just have a good time. Yeah, just be honest with yourself. What's your goal? Another thing that is, this kind of ties into trying to win, like if you're trying to win Best General, win a lot of your games. Another top thing you can do is theory craft your list with friends and locals or by watching content from some of the great content creators on Facebook and other formats. What will you be facing? What kind of units will you be facing? What's popular in the meta right now, and what do you have to deal with those units, and how are you going to counter those units? Next thing you want to do is, after you start theorizing and building that army, you want to start building and painting the models. And I always say you build your staples first, your units you know you're going to have, and you start building those, and maybe while you're getting practice games in, you're proxying some of the other units, and maybe you decide you want to adjust them a little bit, or maybe even drop some units, add some other units, and then you work through your army as you go, getting closer to the date. As you're finally tuning your list and getting it into place where you want it to be, then those final units are the ones that you build and paint last. Condensing your gaming gear. Boy, I cannot stress this one enough. You want to have a system where you're going from, game 1, you're going to pack up, you're going to walk over to game 2 for your new pairing. You don't have to try to gather up all this stuff and bring it with you with your army. I've seen some really clever things that people do. I've seen people with carpenters bags, construction workers bags, where they have their dice and their tape measures and all their tools just right on their pouch. I carry kind of a satchel that I keep everything in. I actually have a cart that I put my display board on and has shelves underneath, and I put everything in there. So as I'm playing and the units are getting wiped out, I'm putting them back, back on the display board, and I'm putting all my things underneath, and then just roll my cart to the next table. But getting your whole kind of your gear and kit figured out, what you need, what you don't need, and getting it easy to transport from place to place, huge thing that's going to help preparing you for that event. But I think the biggest one, of course, is you got to get registered and book your hotel. So if you're coming to the Spokane Spring Open here in Spokane, May 17th and 18th for 40K or Age of Sigmar or Horus Heresy or Marvel Crisis Protocol, we've got Conquest Last Argument of Kings, we've got Battletech and Blood Bowl. You got to make sure that you get registered at the hotel and you buy your ticket to the event. Hope to see you guys in May. Thanks for tuning in.